call me Cece. C-I-C-I, capital C's call me. Please and thank you. It is Thanksgiving evening. I've had a couple plates. I brought home some to-go plates. I'm very happy, very thankful, very grateful to be here. Oh, my hands is dry. Where my stuff at? But yeah, so right now I'm back home in my room. You see my little desk back there. Still getting settled into my new place. Taking care of bills before I take care of my wants. You know, have you ever seen people move into a house with no furniture? I did that. But then slowly but surely we've been building, and like my downstairs, I would say it's like 90% complete. I got my living room set, I got my dining room set. I just got like a few more like pictures and stuff I want to hang up. Oh, what's that in my eye? But my daughter's room is completely done. Something's in my eye. I'm gonna get it though. My hands is just so dry. Luckily this is like plant oil, so it's not gonna like burn. And hopefully it sticks. I see it. Okay, I got it. Anyways, but yeah, so I'm home now. I wanted to get into like our good night stream, gratitude, attitude, all the things. Wrap up the night in a beautiful way. Yo, that's gross. I'm gonna have to clean that off. I didn't know that was all over the bottle. But yeah, so we like to journal. Where's my journal? Oh, so we're gonna, my bad. So we're gonna read our Winner's Creed. We're gonna read a little bit of The Confident Woman. And this is a daily devotional. I actually did this earlier today, but we're gonna wrap up the night because that's what I do. I do it in the morning, I do it at night. Sometimes I only do it once a day, but I'm wide awake. My belly's full, so I'm hiding my belly right now because I can't let y'all see how full my belly is. Then we're gonna read a little bit of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Please relax and let me do my thing.
Okay, but I don't want to play that.
Okay, nah, you're doing it. I love you. Love you lots. Okay, but yeah, so we're gonna read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and then we're gonna wrap it up with journaling at the end. So let's just dive right in. Where's my pen? Oh, I got like tons of markers nearby, so we'll be good. We will be good. I'm checking in my handy dandy purse for all my little things. My mom calls this purse a toy, but I love this purse so much. It's like the size of my head. It's so cute and so little. Okay. Oh, and then this little Gucci toilet bag. I guess it's meant to hold tampons and stuff. I have it holding like nail oil, lip liner, a nail clipper, more lips, all types of stuff. Okay. Let's dive deep. So this is a winner's creed. We read this every single stream because having a winner's mindset, it's not about like a game or anything, but like knowing that you can, like just period, that you can is so important. So if you think you're, this is a winner's creed, author unknown, by the way. A winner's creed. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out in the world, we find success begins with a person's faith. It's all in the state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster hand. They go to the one who trusts in God and always thinks, I can. I'm gonna read it one more time because I feel a little distracted. Nani! Close my door. You didn't have to come all the way over here. You know that. Go close my door. Thank you. Love you lots. Thank you. Because I can hear your show. And it's kind of loud. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna read it one more time because, like I said, I was feeling distracted. Me and her just watch Edit and Eddie together. So, like, we're growing. We're growing. We're getting through this one day at a time. If you think you. I don't think you understand. She's been playing all day. All day. Motherhood. Lord. Even this music is blowing me. I'm gonna close my computer. I need pure silence. I just threw my MacBook. That's life. At least it landed on my bed. Anyways, a winner's creed. Oh my gosh, what is messing with my eye? God's gonna let me get through this stream. Yes, He is. Okay, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm not getting up because if I get up, y'all will see how full I am. One more time. That's on my eye. Okay, I'm here. Hi everybody. Hi babies. Okay. A winner's creed. But if you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you are lost, if if you think you, I don't know what's wrong with my mind right now. Oh my gosh. Let's get to it. A winner's creed. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, I know you are not playing the guitar while watching the show. Ainara. I said close my door because it was too loud already from your show. Now you about to play the guitar too? Pick one.
Just play TV.
Okay, thank you. Lord, it is 10:30 at night. She should be asleep. I'm trying to let her stay up for the holiday. Bro. Anyways, a winner's creed. If you think you are beaten, you are. And I'm not. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out in the world we find success begins with a person's faith. It's all in the state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster hand. They go to the one who trusts in God and always thinks it can. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, you guys. Ugh. We played Uno tonight. I lost. I usually don't lose at Uno. So I feel all off in so many different ways right now. That's life. That's okay. I actually hung out with my older cousin today. He's like the oldest of all the cousins. And I haven't seen him since I was a toddler. So that was dope to see him. And then, well, who else? I met a bunch of new family members, some old family members, family members I don't talk to. Just, the whole gambit. Thanksgiving. We went house hopping. That was nice. We ate some. I got. I went to one family member's house. I ate dressing. I nibbled on turkey because the whole turkey butterball stuff. I don't know where they got the turkey from, so I'm blown when it comes to turkey. Dressing or stuffing, whatever you like to call it. Had a lot of that. Some potato salad. What else did I have? Greens, macaroni and cheese, but of course. And then I took home a dessert plate with peach cobbler, sweet potato pie, and banana pudding. I have banana pudding in my fridge. What can I help you with, Inara Gold? Nara, what are you doing?
I found this.
Nara, what am I supposed to do with that? You know what? You can't go to bed.
No.
It's time for you to go to sleep.
No.
Because honestly, you should be asleep right now. Because you trying me, you playing.
No.
You got the lights on. I don't even know why you need lights on. What do you need the lights on for? It's 10 something at night.
Okay.
Not okay. Turn them off. Come here one more time. I'm shutting it all down. Are you playing?
Accidentally.
How you accidentally play a guitar? I know. Go to bed. Put relaxation music on. You playing? Go to bed. No, I gave you a chance. Go to bed. I gave you multiple chances. The night is over. I'm not doing this with you. No, I don't care, Nara. I Nara, go. Good night. I Nara, go. If you don't calm it down and stop it now. I expect to hear relaxation music or I'll turn the projector off altogether. Okay, that's what I was waiting to hear. She shouldn't be up right now. Anyway, Lord. Bro. Anyways, deep breaths. Motherhood. 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 I'm her mother, not her friend. I'm her mother, not her friend. Things I have to tell myself. I'm her mother, not her friend. Because, like, as a mom, you always want to be the nice guy. You always want to be, like, perfect and pleasant. But, like, every once in a while, you just get, like, you know what? Nah. Shut it down. Shut it down. Because this been going even before the live. So, it just so happens y'all saw motherhood in action. Sometimes you gotta be like, turn the lights off. Because she's been playing since we got home. She was playing and crying when we was leaving from places. She'll be okay. Because she's 7 years old going to sleep with a projector in her room, playing relaxation music with sea creatures playing on the wall. She'll be all right. She will be okay. Anyways, moving on. So, daily devotional. So, earlier we read November 29th, which was, 28th. 29th. Tomorrow's my sister's birthday. It's December. 365 days of daily devotionals for the confident woman. Speak the truth. Okay. I'm going to reread it. This is what we read about earlier again. So we're just going to read it again for the people in the back who didn't hear it the first time. Speak the truth. Rather, let our lives lovingly express truth in all things, speaking truly, dealing truly, living truly, and folded in love, lets us grow up in every way in all things into Him, who is the head, even Christ, the Messiah, the Anointed One. Ephesians 4:15. Okay? Now we go on to the reflection. You ready to reflect? Shall we reflect? People-pleasing behavior often leads people to tell lies because they fear people won't accept the truth. They say yes with their mouth while their heart is screaming no. They may not want to do something, but they act as if they do, for fear of displeasing someone. If they ever do say no, they usually make an excuse rather than tell the truth. They just don't want to do what they are being asked to do. They may not feel it is the right thing for them to do. We don't want to be rude, but neither do we want to be liars. Most people pleasers are not honest about their desires, feelings, and thoughts. They tell people what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. A healthy relationship demands honesty. We should be able to say to people, I don't have peace about making this commitment right now. And they should graciously receive that answer. But it rarely happens. Some people may not want to hear the truth. But this does not relieve us of the responsibility to speak the truth. Speak the truth in love today. And then we're going to follow up with prayer. Okay, y'all know how the prayer goes. Lord, help me to speak in love. Oh, Lord, help me to speak and live the truth in all that I do. I don't want to be rude, but I refuse to be dishonest or to resent the half truths to avoid the real truth. Amen. Lord, help me to speak and live the truth in all that I do. I don't want to be rude, but I refuse to be dishonest or resort to half truths to avoid the real truth. Amen. And then we're going to read it one more time for the people in the back who really needed to hear it, who didn't hear it. Lord, help me to speak and live the truth in all that I do. I don't want to be rude. You don't have to be rude, okay? You don't have to be rude to tell people the truth. But I refuse to be dishonest or resort to half truths to avoid real truth. Amen. I'm gonna give you an example of what that means to me. So, like, I'm a firm believer you can say anything to anyone about anything at any time. It's all about how you say it. The tone you have always matters. So, I'm gonna give you an example. I started this new job, right? And then this new job, the woman that who's training me, she is very, very, very good at her job. She does her job very well. She is very informative. She is very informed about the company, what it needs, how it runs, and all the things. But because she is so, like, how can I? She is so, like, in all spaces all at once. It's hard for us to get through a task when we're training because she is so she is the person that she's the go-to person for everything. So mid-training, we will stop maybe 10, 15 times and only work 5 hours a day. So it's like so many times we have to stop, go back, but then we're like picking up from where she left off from the new test. It's just been so much like this. So rather than me being rude, saying like this is a lot, I literally had to like calm myself down on the inside. And my mom even asked me, she was like, well, were you rude? I said, no, I was not rude. Literally, I said, I did tell her, like, hey, I would think it would be best if you allow me to make mistakes. Let me go through the sequence uninterrupted, and then I'll come to you, and then we can clean up. And if it's a lot of cleanup, then we can adjust from there. And she took it in, and she respected the fact that I told her what I needed, because if I just kept going the way she was giving it to me, I would not be successful at what is expected of me in this role, you know? So sometimes you have to like be honest with people instead of just like, let me just do it this way so everyone can be happy, because that's people pleasing. We cannot people please. Happy Thanksgiving, honey. Thank you, Joshua. Hi, Anora. Oh, my daughter's name is Ainara. I like that. Who else is here? I was gonna say this must be kicking in because you keep your eyes open. But I'm saying all this to say, like, people pleasing, can't do that, won't do that. So asking God to like help you. What was the exact prayer? Asking God to help to speak and live in the truth in all that I do, and I don't want to be rude. Because like I said, you can say anything to anyone. It's all about delivery. It's all about delivery. Oh, and I had 2 cups of sangria. My uncle made them. Nice. And we're all gonna go see the Gladiator next weekend. And we have to all go see Moana 2, because you know Moana 2 just dropped. And we gotta go see Moana. Okay, anyways, now we're gonna get into the 7 pages. Not 7 pages. Should it be 7 pages? Should I read 7 pages? It's going. My day is going. Thank you for asking. I don't skateboard, so I don't know how to do a 360. Anyways, so the 7 habits of highly effective people, powerful lessons in personal change. Although I did ride a skateboard today, coincidentally. All right, so we're on the principles of growth and change, page 43, page 43, chapter 1, inside and out. Okay, maybe I should try to read 7 pages. Do you think that'd be dope? I think so. I like to read. It's a nice way for us to spend time with each other. And the reason why I do this is to hopefully you leave here with something useful, impactful, or engaging. I want you to feel good when you come hang out with me, that you really are getting something out of the time we spend together that can help improve your day, your evening, that moment, something to bring even a little bit more clarity. Sometimes we have to hear messages from other people who aren't in our life for it to resonate deeper. And I was having a conversation tonight with this woman. She has a story on her. I don't even know her whole story, but just from what she has unfolded in front of me. Oh, that's a commercial. I thought she was playing with me. So, we were talking about how, like, you know, I don't follow religion, but I do follow Christ. And I've said, I feel the same way. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I don't know how to be a perfect Christian, but I know how to be the best person I can be in order to get as close to Christ as I can, right? I'm saying that to say, everybody has, like, I got really distracted by thinking that she was playing with me. Okay. But I'm saying that to say, everybody has, like, their own way of connecting. So, like, I feel like this is just a nice way for me to connect. I feel like that's where I was going until I got distracted. If not, it is what it is. But we're about to read several pages out of this book because I think it's a, like I was going to say, it's a dope way for us to spend time together where we can feel like, okay, I got something out of that, you know? So I read like my values, you know, the Winner's Creed, believing in God, the Confident Woman, a daily devotional. I also feel like sometimes that can be a lot for people. So I like to read like books. And like I said, it's a nice way to pass the time by together, you know? So I'm not just always just talking out the side of my neck, if you will. Okay? Hi, Mariah. Hi, honey. Okay. The glitter of the principles of growth and change. The glitter of the principle, Jesus. The glitter of the personality ethic, the masses appeal is that there is some quick and easy way to achieve quality of life, personal effectiveness, and rich, deep relationships with other people without going through the natural process of work and growth that makes it possible. It's simple, it's symbol without substance. It's the get rich quick scheme, promising wealth without work, and it might even appear to succeed, but the schemer remains. The personality ethic is illusory. That's a new one for me. Illusory and deceptive, and trying to get high quality results with its techniques and quick fixes is just about as effective as trying to get some place in Chicago using a map of Detroit. In the words of Eric Fromm, an astute observer of the roots and fruits of the personality ethic, today we come across an individual who behaves like a con man. Oh, my bad. Hold on. I need my little handy dandy paper to get through this. Today we come across an individual who believes like an automan who does not know or understand himself. And the only person that he knows is the person that he is supposed to be. Whose meaningless charter has replaced communicative speech, whose synthetic smile has replaced genuine laughter, and whose sense of dull deposit has taken the place of genuine pain. Two statements may be said concerning this individual. One is that he suffers from defects of spontaneity and individuality, which may seem to be incurable. Lord, hold on, let me see something. Let me see something. Boom. I just want light. Individuality. Individual. Two statements may be said concerning this individual. One is that he suffers from defects of spontaneity and individuality, which may seem to be incurable. At the same time, it may be said of him, he does not differ essentially from the millions of the rest of us who walk upon this earth. I'm gonna make sure y'all can see. Y'all can see the book? Okay. In all of life, there are sequential stages of growth and development. A child learns to turn over, to sit up, to crawl, and then to walk and run. Each step is important, and each one takes time. No step can be skipped. This is true in all phases of life, in all areas of development, whether it be learning to play the piano or communicate effectively with working associate. It is true with individuals, with marriages, with families, and with organizations. We know and accept this fact, a principle of process in the area of physical things had to understand in emotional areas and human relations, and even in the area of personal character, is less common and more difficult. And even if we understand it, to accept it and to live in harmony with it, or even less common and more difficult. Consequently, we sometimes look for a shortcut, expecting to be able to skip some of these vital steps in order to save time and effort and still reap the desired result. But what happens when we attempt to shortcut a natural process in our growth and development? If you're only an average tennis player, but decide to play at a higher level in order to make better impression, what will it result? Would positive thinking alone enable you to compete effectively against a professional? What if you were to lead your friends to believe you could play the piano at a concert hall level, while your actual present skill was that of a beginner? The answers are obvious. It's simply impossible to violate, ignore, or shortcut this developmental process. It is contrary to nature, and attempting to seek such a shortcut only results in disappointment and frustration. On a 10-point scale, if I'm at level 2 in any fluid and desire to move to level 5, I must first take the step toward level 3. A 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step and can only be taken one step at a time. What are you doing? What are you doing? Then why was I hearing the door closed if you're supposed to be laying down? Then what just closed? What did you just close? I never quit lying. Open my door. I just heard something close.
My phone dropped off my bed.
Why is your phone in your bed?
Because I accidentally left it there.
Then why'd you lie when I asked you what was that? Huh? You need to work on that. Go to bed.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Making those noises when I don't need to stop.
It's not the noises. It's the fact that you should be asleep right now, laying down in your bed.
No, like when I accidentally my guitar.
You didn't go to bed because of the guitar. You went to bed because you didn't listen the first time when I told you just go lay down and relax in your room. You kept trying not to listen to me. That's what you went to bed for. It's not about the guitar, Nara. You're not hearing me. It's not about the noises. It's the fact you didn't follow my directions. And they were simple ones. It's not a conversation. Do you understand? Try again tomorrow. I'm sorry? Would you like not to have a projector tomorrow? Close your mouth and go to sleep. Parenting. Motherhood. Love her dearly. That's why I do what I do. I love her dearly. That's why I do what I do. It sucks having to do the. Anyways, life goes on. Where was I at? Um. The answers are obvious. It's simply okay. The answers are obvious. It is simply impossible to violate, ignore, or shortcut this developmental process. It is contrary to nature, and attempting to seek such a shortcut only results in disappointment and frustration. On a 10-point scale, if I'm at a level 2 in any field and desire to move to level 5, I must first take the step toward level 3. A 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step and can only be taken one step at a time. If you don't let a teacher know at what level you are by asking a question or revealing your ignorance, you will not learn or grow. You cannot pretend for long, for you will eventually be found out. Admission of ignorance is often the first step in our education. Thoreau taught, how can we remember our ignorance, which our growth requires? When we are using our knowledge all the time, I recall one occasion when two young women, daughters of a friend of mine, came to me tearfully complaining about their father's hardness and lack of understanding. They were afraid to open up with their parents for fear of consequences, and yet they desperately needed their parents' love, understanding, and guidance. I talked with the father and found that he was intellectually aware of what was happening. But while he admitted he had a temper problem, he refused to take responsibility for it and to honestly accept the fact that his emotional development level was low. It was more than his pride could swallow to take the first step toward change. To relate effectively with a wife, a husband, children, friends, or working associates, we must learn to listen, and this requires emotional strength. Listening involves patience, openness, and the desire to understand. Highly developed qualities of character. It's so much easier to operate. It's so much easier to operate. Where is it? Left off. To relate effectively with a wife, a husband, children, friends, or working associates, we must learn to listen, and this requires emotional strength. Listening involves patience, openness, and desire to understand. Highly developed qualities of character. It's so much easier to operate from low emotional level and to give high level advice. It's so much easier to operate from a low emotional level and to give high level advice. Crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Our level of development is fairly obvious with tennis or piano playing where it is impossible to pretend. Our level of development is fairly obvious with tennis or piano playing where it's impossible to pretend, but it is not so obvious in the areas of character and emotional development. We can pose and put on for a stranger or an associate. We can pretend, and for a while we can get by with it. At least in public, we might even deceive ourselves. Yes, yet I believe that most of us know my little back. Know the truth of what we really are inside. And I think many of those we live with and work with do as well. I've seen the consequences of attempting to shortcut this natural process of growth. Often in business world where executives attempt to buy a new culture of improved productivity, quality, morale, and customer service with strong speeches, smile training, and external interventions or thought mergers, exceptions and friendly or unfriendly takeovers. But they ignore the low trust climate produced by such manipulations. When these methods don't work, they look for other personality ethic techniques that will all the time with that will all the time ignoring and violating the natural principles and processes on which high trust culture is based. I remember violating this principle myself as a father many years ago. One day I returned home to my little girl's third year birthday party to find her in the corner of the front room, definitely clutching on all her presents, all over all of her presents, unwilling to let the other children play with them. The first thing I noticed was several parents in the room witnessing the selfish display. I was embarrassed, undoubtedly so because at that time I was teaching university classes in human relations, and I knew, or at least felt, the expectation of these parents. The atmosphere in the room was really changed. The children were crowding around my little daughter with their hands out asking to play with the presents they just given, and my daughter was ultimately refusing. I said to myself, certainly I should teach my daughter to share. The value of sharing is one of the most basic things we believe in. So I first tried a simple request. Honey, would you please share with your friends the toys that you've given? When I tell you, it is so hard. Happy Thanksgiving, Denzel. It is so hard. Oh, Vincent, we're reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It is so hard as a parent in those early stages of trying to teach your child how to share, because you have like that internal battle of, it's my kid's stuff. They don't need to share. It belongs to them. But then you're like, oh, fuck. Am I a messed up parent if I don't teach her to share? But also, too, it's like, why should I teach her to always give away things that belong to her? It's very crazy. It's very crazy. Thank you for cleaning up the chat, Denzel. I appreciate you. Um, My second method was to use a little reasoning. Honey, if you learn to share your toys with them when they're at your home, when you go to their homes, they will share their toys with you. Again, the immediate reply was no. And no is a full sentence, it's a full paragraph, it's a full page, it's a full book. No is enough. Again, the immediate reply was no. I was becoming a little more embarrassed, for it was evident I was having no influence. The third method was bribery. Very softly, I said, honey, if you share, I've got a special surprise for you. I'll give you a piece of gum. Oh, she had to be young. I don't want gum, she exploded. Now I was becoming exasperated. For my fourth attempt, I resorted to fear and threat. Unless you share, you'll be in real trouble. I don't care, she cried. These are my things. I don't have to share. Finally, I resorted to force. I merely took some of the toys and gave them to the other kids. Here, kids, play with these. Perhaps my daughter needed the experience of possessing the things before she can give them. In fact, unless I possess something, can I ever really give it? She needed me as her father to have a higher level of emotional maturity to give her that experience. But at that moment, I valued the opinion those parents had of me more than the growth and development of my child and our relationship together. I simply made an initial judgment that I was right and she should share, and she was wrong in not doing so. Perhaps I superimposed a higher level expectation on her simply because of my own scale. I was at the lowest level. I was unable or unwilling to give patience or understanding. So I expected her to give things in an attempt to compensate for my deficiency. I borrowed strength from my position and authority and forced her to do what I wanted her to do. But borrowing strength builds weakness. It builds weakness in the borrower because it reinforces dependence on external factors. To get things done, it builds weakness in the person forced to acquiesce, acquiesce, stunting the development of independent reasoning. growth and internal discipline. And finally, it builds weakness in the relationship. Fear replaces cooperation, and both people involved become more arbitrary and defensive. And what happens when the source of borrowed strength, be it superior size or physical strength, position, authority, credentials, status symbols, appearance, or past achievements change or is no longer there? Had I been more mature, I could have relied on my own intrinsic strength, my understanding of sharing of growth, and my capacity to love and nurture, and allow my daughter to make a free choice as to whether she wanted to share or not to share. Perhaps after attempting the reason with her, I could have turned the attention of the children to an interesting game, taking all that emotional pressure off my child. I learned that once children gain a sense of real possession, they share very naturally, freely, and spontaneously, which they do. My experience have been that there are times to teach and times not to teach. When relationships are strained and the air changed with emotion, an attempt to teach is often perceived as a form of judgment and rejection. But to take a child alone quietly when this relationship is good and to discuss this teaching or the value seems to have much greater impact. It may have been that the emotional maturity to do that was beyond my level of patience and internal control at the time. Perhaps a sense of possessing needs to come before a sense of genuine sharing. Many people who give mechanically or refuse to give and share in their marriages and families may never have experienced what it means to possess themselves. Their own sense of identity and self-worth. Really helping our children grow may involve being patient enough to allow them to sense of possession, as well as being wise enough to teach them the value of giving and providing the example ourselves. This is really dope for me to read right now, because right now I've been struggling a lot with my daughter when it comes to discipline. Not even just like what y'all saw tonight, but just when it comes to her in school, really figuring out like how they said like putting pressure on her and trying to have like really important conversations in the heat of the moment versus letting things relax, cool down, and actually having the time to talk to her where she's willing to like actually take in what I'm saying and soak in versus feeling like trying to apply more pressure where it's like really hard to navigate. So you want to tell them in the heat of the moment sometimes like let's do this, why are we doing this, or whatever. But I found that like sometimes when we come home after a rough day, we go take a walk around the lake or the water and we just talk about it, and then she could tell me what she feels. I feel like I do get a way better response that way versus trying to do like what people expect me to do. Like, I don't like reprimanding my child in front of people. I take her side every time, even if I know she's dead wrong. Me and her will talk about it later, but I won't like giving other people the satisfaction of thinking that they can control my daughter through me or control me through my daughter. It's weird. People are weird. Anyways, let's get to the journaling, shall we? This is when take our handy dandy notebooks. Shout out to Steve's. And we're gonna go ahead and write out whatever we want. You can write down your journal. I heard this woman say today, best case scenarios. That's a new one. Like whatever you might be feeling anxious about right now, just write down the best case scenario. There goes my pen, found it. And we can just journal together. How does that sound? I love writing. In my new house, I've been here for almost 2 months now, and I finished one notebook in the first month of living here, and now I'm on my second notebook right now. I think it's been really good for me to stay centered and focus on what's really important to me right now. And I really do enjoy journaling. It does something for me. It really does. I'm trying to write without having y'all all in my business. I'm like, what's the best angle for you guys to know that I'm journaling with you without you seeing what I'm actually journaling. And I just got these new curtains up here too. Cool. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. And this is actually quite comfy, having my blanket. So get your handy dandy notebook, a pen, pencil, marker, whatever. If you like to write colorful, that's cute. I just like to write in black and white because I need it to be in black and white. Hi, honey. Hi, baby. Okay, so let's get into it, shall we? And this is how we're going to end the night together. And then I'm going to go lay down because it's 11:15. Thank you for subscribing, your boy. 22. I don't know what that says, but thank you for subscribing. If you have subscribed, please let me know so I can shout you guys out. I appreciate you guys spending time with me. And I stream daily on beauty, self-care, and more. And if you like it, like the live. If you want to, share if you care, and if subscribe if it's a vibe. I'm Cimonealise. You can call me Cece. CICI, capital C's on me. Please and thank you. And it's time to journal. If you just popped in, we're journaling right now. Sometimes I think it's really important to journal together. People don't need to read your journal, but just knowing that you're doing it with someone, I think that's really dope. Because sometimes you're like, when am I supposed to actually do this? Right now. Do it right now before we go to bed. baby? We're journaling right now. Make sure you grab your pen and paper, okay? Get them thoughts out. This is actually like my third time journaling today. It's my little good habit. Okay, I am done journaling, but don't stop on the count of me. Journal for you, not for me. Hi, baby. I hope that you guys got something out of tonight's stream. Again, I stream daily on beauty, self-care, and more. Do like hygiene routines in the morning. I really am getting really I'm really enjoying doing these nightly readings with you guys because honestly it's helping me get back into my books. I have a whole library downstairs in my house and I have so many books that need to be read that I think it's dope that I'm reading them out loud so I can retain them better, and like I hope you're getting something out of it too watching me read them. Please feel free to let me know any books that you think would be dope for us to read together on here. I'm not even against reading kid books because like I love children's books. I still have some of my favorite books from when I was a kid and I have my daughter reading them now. Like one of my favorite books of all time is like Because of Winn-Dixie. Super good book, has a green cover. Green is my favorite color. Anyways, that's neither here nor there, but I really enjoy spending time with you guys tonight. I would love for the stream to hit 100 likes. I have over 3,000 subs, so I don't think that's too crazy to ask for. Um, trying to think if there's anything else, you know. May God bless you. May only great things come and find you. And I hope that, you know, rewatch this live, Christina, and you can get a little bit more clarity off the things we read tonight. I think it'll be really helpful for you. It seems like you've been going through it for a while. So may God bless you, protect you, provide all the needs, known and unknown. In Jesus' name, I pray for you, baby girl. But anyways, I love it here. I love it here. I enjoy it. I enjoy you chat. You guys been helpful for me, helping me get through all the rough times. You guys watch me go from living in Minnesota in a 1-bedroom apartment, and now I have a house. So life does get better. Just having a gratitude attitude, talking to God about what you need. He's always listening. And that's how I felt today. I told my mom, I was like, when I moved here, I really felt like, wow, he heard me. He really heard me. He heard all my tears. He heard all my fears. And he held my hand. I asked him to hold my hand and he held it. And now look at me, growing and showing. And honestly too, when it comes to my channel, I got really I started having a lot of doubt about if I even should pursue YouTube, and thinking like, is this childish of me to even want to be a YouTuber anymore? Like, I stopped for like 5 days when I first moved down here, and then when I don't know what clicked was like, why would you stop? Why would you stop? You went from 43 subscribers to 3,000. Your channel's monetized. Why would you stop? That makes no sense. So I'm back at it again, like a good habit. Back at it like a good habit, and ain't nobody stopping me no more, not even me. So hold my hand, I'ma hold yours. Go to bed. I hope to see you tomorrow, and you know, all the things. Okay? I love you. Good night. Okay? I love you, baby.